Hey guys, welcome to the next video where we'll be going over the entire mobile app. Now, this is super important because the mobile app is what you're going to be using as a business owner, most likely more than any other aspect in this software. Because as a business owner, we all know that you're on the move. You're always going and you can't be on a computer all the time. So that's where the mobile app comes in handy, and it could not be simpler to use. I'm going to be breaking down the basics of the mobile app. So when you're on the go, you can answer every single lead, see how your employees are doing, edit contacts, collect payments, and even set up appointments. It can all be done right in the mobile app. The first thing you want to do is log in using your username and password for the software. The next thing I want to break down to you is what you see when you get into the mobile app, and that is the notification center. This is basically the dashboard for your business. And as you can see from the top, we have a few different filtering options. The first option is going to be used if you have multiple businesses. And for a lot of you business owners, this could be the case. So for example, if you have 2 or 3 businesses and you want all of them to be connected to the software, then you can just click the filtering option at the top left and choose which companies you want to display. It's that simple and that organized. The next option is type. Once again, this is a filtering option that you can use when filtering out all the different notifications. So at the top, we got all. Below that, we have conversations, we have appointments, and then tasks, social, which is all your social medias, and then lastly, custom. So if you'd like to filter out all of your notifications, you can do that right here. And then lastly, we have the status. Now this one's easy. Just set filters based on if you want a read or unread. And if you come down here to the bottom, you'll see we have 2 different buttons. One that has a phone icon, and if you click on that, it'll take you to the call dialer where you can call your customers. And then below the phone icon, we have the lightning bolt, and that is just a quick action. So when you click on the lightning bolt, you'll see multiple options. You can send emails, you can add a contact, you can scan business cards, book appointments, send out review requests through Facebook or Google. You can create an invoice, a new opportunity. You can click the call button or send a message right here, just at the click of a button on your phone. And that's pretty much the notification center. But let me take you to where you're actually going to spend most of your time. And those are on the tabs at the bottom. As you can see, we're on the bell icon in the far left. But we're going to go over to the message bubble right next to it. This is where you're going to see every single one of your messages. All your Facebook messages, your Instagram DMs, your text messages, even your emails. Everything goes into this one amazing inbox. And once again, you have filtering options at the top where you can filter out anything you could possibly imagine, from the latest message to unread messages, even old messages, starred messages, last message direction, last message type, assigned to. If you have multiple employees, you can do that here. You can even filter the message by channel. So if you click on the last message channel, at the bottom, check out these different channels that you can filter by. We have live chat, Instagram, voicemail, calls, Facebook, WhatsApp, Google My Business, SMS, voicemail, WhatsApp, email. All absolutely incredible. You will never lose another lead again. And of course, we have our basic filtering options like recent, which is going to show you all your recent messages and all the messages that you need to respond to, which is basically my favorite. And if you scroll even more to the right, we've got last messages, message direction, which is either inbound or outbound. We got last message type, which is manual or automated. Once again, you can filter out everything. But most of you guys using the app are just going to filter out by unread, because these are messages that you haven't read yet or you haven't responded to yet. So at the bottom right, we have a plus icon and another quick actions icon. So let's click the plus icon. This is where you can quickly send out a new text message or a new email. And of course, at the bottom is another lightning bolt, which is just a quick action button again. There's also a search bar at the top where you can search for the conversation that you're looking for. And then over to the right, you got another quick action button. The next tab is the $ icon in the middle, and this is for payments and products. So if your business collects any type of payments on the go, then this is perfect because you can connect your payment processor and you can easily send out invoices straight from your phone. We also have Apple Pay, Touch to Pay, and if you click on Catalog, you can view all your products. Your invoicing, the next tab is the Calendar tab. And this is where you can control all of your appointments. If you click the plus icon in the bottom right, I can actually schedule an appointment or block a time. So let's click schedule an appointment. And scheduling an appointment is extremely simple. You just need to click on the contact, go to the appointment time, select the time, make sure you have the date selected. Then you can choose the appointment type. You can add a description in here if you'd like. You can choose what calendar you want to add this to, whether it's a custom calendar or default calendar. You can choose the appointment status, whether it's unconfirmed or confirmed, and then hit save. And there it is. You're good to go. We've even got a notification. And then the final tab at the bottom right is the contacts tab. Now, this tab is important because it's a list of all your contacts. And if you'd like to add a contact, just click the plus icon there at the bottom, and you can enter the first name, the last name, phone number, the email for that contact. There's also a search bar at the top if you're looking for a certain contact. Once you found your contact, just click on the name and then you can see everything about the contact right here, including the ability to text and email the contact. So just click on the message icon and type your message, and then click the send icon at the top right, and there you go. Here you've just sent your message to Kay. Let's see if she responds. And there you go. We just got a response and the notification from Kay. And if you'd like to send another email back, just click on the top left icon where you see the choose email. We can choose email here and then just type in your subject and the email that you'd like to send. Once you've composed the email, press the send button in the top, and there you have it. That email has just been sent. Now you have your text messages, your emails for your contacts all in one place. Absolutely incredible. And lastly, I'd like to show you a couple cool tricks that you can do inside of someone's contact. So let's click on Million's name here. And as you can see, we can assign them to a user or an employee. At the top right, I can change the owner, simply like that. We can edit the contact info or copy it just by hitting the three dots and hitting edit. You can share the contact info, and we could even add them to workflows. By clicking the little quick actions button at the bottom right, we can select tags, automations, opportunity, or do not disturb. And we could even add them to workflows and campaigns like we talked about earlier in the automation video. If you look at the bottom right, you can click the little lightning bolt icon and there's automations. You also have tags. You can also set up opportunities and do not disturb straight from here. To add a tag, just click on the top left and we can add a tag right here. And if you look at the top, we have tasks, so you can assign tasks. Not only can I create a task, I can also assign tasks to different employees and add due dates. So we just created a task for Kay, and once we've completed that task, all we have to do is click the checkbox that it's done. Not only that, we can create notes for John, so whenever we forget, we can just come back to the contact and we can see what notes we wrote for the contact. The next is appointments, where we can schedule and create your appointments right inside of the contacts tab. And then lastly is transactions, where if you have any transactions with the contact at all, you can see it right here. And that's pretty much it for the mobile app. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy it.